Very special day for an iconic franchise. Las Vegas is officially an NFL city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Raid the Tape. I'm your host, Guess, and today we're going to be breaking down some film on Zay Jones. Zay Jones was traded to the Raiders for a 5th-round pick from the Bills, Week 6 of 2019. He's been with the Raiders ever since. He's 26 years old, and we re-signed him this offseason to a 1-year, $2.5 million contract. Now, he's been with us for 26 games, so when you look at these stats, it's based off of last season alone. So when you look at the 20 targets, that was only last season. So he caught 14 of those passes, he went for 154 yards, got 1 touchdown, and he had 2 drops. The reason I wanted to do this film is because why did Jon Gruden bring him back? Why does Jon Gruden want to keep Zay Jones around, and why did he trade for him? So we got to look into the film, and we got to see how he got these stats and exactly how he's being used. There's a reason Jon Gruden re-signed him. So what does Jon Gruden see, and how is he being used? Because I felt like every time Zay Jones was in the game, he was blocking. And that's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? Because when I go look at his PFF grade, he was the highest rated run blocking wide receiver on our team. Now, it's nothing to boast or brag about, but that's something that we need on this team. If that's what we're paying him for, then that's a little extra. So when I watch this film, I'm not basing it off of how good of a receiver he is. I just want to see how he's being used on our team. But first things first, I wanted to check out the drops. What was considered the drops, right? So when you go look at this play, you'll see he's lined up to the left. You see him going across to the right, and it goes up, and it's just right outside of his fingertips, right? Like, the ball was barely outside of his fingertips. So am I mad at him for that? No, I'm not really tripping off of that. It was tight coverage. There was a little bit of pressure, and it looked like it was just a quick little play, and he had to get it off, and it was just right out of Zay Jones's reach. If Zay Jones is making all the catches like that, he would be getting paid more. And the next drop is against another East Coast team, and that was against the Jets. And right here, you'll see he's at the bottom of your screen. All he does is run a drag route across the field. Derek Carr steps up and just laces it straight to him. He's probably about 5 yards away. He could have thrown a little touch on it, but Zay Jones has to catch that pass. Even though there's a defender on him, he's got to catch that pass, so that's for sure a drop. That's on him. So with those drops out of the way, because I know people are going to say, oh, he dropped 2 passes out of 20. And I'm not saying he's great or anything like that. That's not good. You don't want to be dropping 10% of your passes. That's not great. It's not a good thing. Now with this play right here though, I just wanted to show you guys this because this is more of a mental game. When you see he's lined up at the bottom of your screen, and this is going to be crossers. Aguilar's at the top of your screen, and Zay Jones runs straight into the safety. And I understand that it's part of the play, which I'm assuming because there's pick plays in the NFL nowadays, that he was supposed to pick him, but you gotta just kind of just get in the way. You don't want to run your route through him. You're gonna get called for that. And honestly, he didn't really have to do that, because when you go back and you watch it from right here, you'll see that that corner goes all the way across the field, and that's how Aguilar gets wide open. So you can just take that one with a grain of salt. But now we're gonna get into exactly how is Zay Jones being used. Where is he at on the field when he's out there, right? So let's check it out. So right here, he's at the top of your screen. Carr makes the call, gets some motion in, and now he's at the fullback spot in the backfield. Play action pass, quick throw to him. It's about a 1-yard gain. And the thing is with this, it was 3rd and 3. So it's a pretty interesting call. I'll let you guys discuss all that. But this is on Zay Jones, and Zay Jones did his job, but he was lined up at the fullback spot, which is pretty interesting. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about that. And when we're going through this film, you're going to notice that he's doing all sorts of strange things, and it has me thinking, is he playing somewhat of what Lynn Bowden Jr. would have been doing if he would have stayed on this team, right? Because you see right here, we got Zay Jones again at the bottom of your screen. And it's a fake toss, and it's a screen pass to Zay Jones. And if you notice, Zay Jones is always getting the ball around the line of scrimmage. 50% of his catches were around the line of scrimmage. It's a fake toss to the right. And you see the safety switch. And that's why he gets tackled basically. I'm not too mad at that. He wasn't going to be able to do much with it. It was a dead play. And right here, you see he does a little motion loop-de-loop, comes around, goes back to the same spot, the same exact spot, breaks the tackle, goes up for about a 6-yard gain. And it's interesting because he's just constantly around the line of scrimmage. Like, look at this dude. He's constantly in the backfield just doing something wild, just running around buck wild, doing whatever he wants to do, and then he ends up with the ball. You know what I mean? What is Jon Gruden? What is this role called? You know, what is this role called? I don't know. Here he is again doing a little loop-de-loop, But this is dope. Check this out. Catches in the backfield and throws it up to Nelson Aguilar. Tell me Lynn Bowden Jr. wouldn't have done that perfectly. I'm not saying this was bad because I liked this. Zay Jones did a cool little job, made a nice little throw. But tell me, this seems like what Lynn Bowden Jr. would have been doing. You know what I mean? And mind you, Zay Jones is always around the scrimmage. He's always right there. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. And that's probably why he's pretty good at blocking. He runs a 4, and when he came out of college, I believe he ran a 4.45. So he's not slow either. And that's why he's always getting the ball around the line of scrimmage and why he's trying to get those yards after the catch. Now, right here, check this out. We come out in some weird little triple back formation, but check this out. Zay Jones is lined up at the running back spot. That's Zay Jones at the top of your screen. This is so you can get the defense lined up all messed up and you can get them confused and they're out of position. And then Carr will make his call and then everybody will go to the rightful spot. And you'll see Zay Jones goes to the inside where the slot is. Ingle gets motion to the backfield. And then right there, he does a little chip again. He catches the ball around the line of scrimmage and he goes up for about a 15-yard gain on this one. And you'll notice most of his yards are run after the catch. So after this film breakdown, how do you guys feel about Zay Jones in that signing? He's getting the $2.5 million guaranteed, I believe. All of it is guaranteed. So he's going to be with the team. He's out there every offseason working with Carr, getting his reps in, working out. So I believe that's why he's sticking with this. So go down in the comments and tell me what you guys think about Zay Jones. I'm not saying Zay Jones is the greatest or anything. I just wanted to see how he plays in our system. What does he do and where is his production coming from? I thought it was pretty interesting, him doing those motions, him getting that throw in. He's getting quick screens. He's getting the ball around the line of scrimmage. Then we expect him to run up. And I'm not mad at that because it just shows that he does have a purpose. He has a reason for being on the team. He's a good blocking wide receiver. Those drops, I wouldn't really say he's just out there dropping wide open passes. And I don't think he's much of a liability. If you guys could, like the video, man. If you don't like it, everybody has an opinion. I ain't mad at you, man. Hey, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate you guys checking out my video. And until next time, rate the tape.